I mentioned our theme for this week is really around rare earth minerals, mining, some of those precursors to industrial power. And there's a conversation about China's role with respect to rare earth minerals. Let's listen in to this conversation from Aviation Week.
The rare earth industry in particular grew rapidly post-reform and opening in the 80s as much of the Western landscape offshored. That's a very environmentally damaging, low profit industry. And so many offshore to China. And so China has these strong upstream advantages. Beyond that, they invested heavily over the last 30 years in moving into that midstream, making those materials into magnets. And increasingly today, over the last 5-10 years, they're increasingly adept at using that industrial policy to advance the downstream production.
Ben, this story of, and we've talked about it a little bit before, outsourcing, offshoring, the mining, the production, the manufacture of these rare earth minerals into finished product. China is dominating that area today. Why do we care about that?
Yeah, if it's just gonna mean in a wartime, in a tense time within China, that I don't get my Xbox or my PlayStation, I guess not a big deal. But if that means we don't get critical assets that we need, critical inputs to assets that we need to kind of make this country do what it does, then I think we need to be worried, and we need to have at least a strategic reserve. If not a better plan.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in a slightly different angle, which is this is leverage, right?
Yeah.
We've got a president now who fashions himself big-time deal maker. Regardless of, this isn't a political conversation. When you're trying to close deals with companies or countries, you need different chips. You need chips on the table. We're not talking about semiconductors, though.
Though these are inputs.
They are inputs to semis. And so the U.S. uses sanctions. We use trade concessions. We use all sorts of different mechanisms of power to get concessions from China or anybody else. I mean, we're negotiating trade deals with every country under the sun right now. By China having such a stranglehold on rare earth minerals, that hurts America's ability to get what we as a country want. Why does that matter?
I mean, we need to have the ability to go to the negotiating table, whether it's China or whether with anyone else, and not be subject to, if they screw us, if they take away the rare earth minerals, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like you said, there's no leverage. So I think in some ways it's black or white. We need to have an answer that doesn't screw us.